All right.
Okay. Welcome to the Seance with My Siblings podcast. I don't know why I started like that. Hi, I'm Kylee.
Hi, I'm Shandi.
And this is Seance with My Siblings.
Minus one sibling.
Yeah,
He was supposed to be here.
but alas, welcome to the Seance.
Woo!
So this is like episode 99.5 because, like we said, Craig's a little stinker. He's not here. So we're just going to give you a little reading and a couple ghost stories.
Right. Because this was supposed to be us recording our 100th episode.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. It's okay. I remember being in school.
Oh, I'm trying to forget being in school.
Yeah. All right.
So much school.
Do you have a question?
Oh, fuck. I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot. Shit, I don't know, man. What can we expect in this upcoming week?
Yeah. What do we need to know for this upcoming week?
In this, our year of the fire horse.
We're finally out of Aries season. Shout out Tauruses.
Sorry. Little Zave. Little Zave's a Taurus who's not so little anymore. Okay. Ooh. Leadership and endurance.
Ooh.
Medb and Morana.
2 M's.
If you are watching on the YouTubes, I will give you a little peek. We're using the Dark Goddess Oracle deck.
All right, so you pulled Morana first. So she is endurance. Morana is the ancient Slavic goddess of winter and death. Morana is known as many names: Marzana, Mor, Marina, Mara, Marina, and Mora. She rules over the cold months of winter and death, residing in a mirrored place guarded by snakes and surrounded by bottomless rivers.
Ooh.
Each year, her departure is celebrated by the burning or drowning of straw effigies in her image to banish winter and bring forth the light and warmth of spring. Upon Morana's death in spring, she travels to the underworld until her return in the autumn. Meaning, a season of hardship is upon you. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it sure fucking is.
Let Morana bless you with the strength necessary to endure those challenges. Allow yourself to ask for help. There is no need to suffer in silence. Many people in your life will be willing to support you in your time of need. Your situation may seem dire now, but remember that even after the longest winter, the light and warmth will return.
Well, so if anybody is hearing that and needs to ask for help,
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. More people than you know are there to support you, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Then we have, I'm actually not sure how to say this one. Medb? Medb? M-E-D-B. It's Irish, so sorry. Medb is an Irish goddess of sovereignty, war, sexuality, and death. So both are death goddesses.
Yes.
Interesting. She holds the power of the land, and no king may rule without her approval.
Oh, yeah, I've pulled her before.
She is the goddess of Beltane, and it is in her honor that the May Queen is crowned, and people...
Are you shitting my dick right
now? And people dance around a maypole. Medb has many lovers and is known for her sexual promiscuity, her physical and mental strength, and her fiery will. She is a shapeshifter, but often manifests as a woman with long red hair dressed for battle. She sounds cool as fuck.
Yes. I pulled her for our board last year when we made boards last year. She was part of my spread for my year.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bird on one shoulder and a squirrel on the other. I love that for her. It is time to assume your role as a leader. Medb is directing you to embrace your power and use it to serve a greater good. You are capable of inspiring and motivating others. Push away doubts of your qualifications and focus on how you can use your skills and accumulated knowledge to best help, teach, and serve those around you. Stand tall in your decisions and know that your strength will lead your group to victory.
Wonder who needs to hear that. Let us know if this was helpful to you and how. Like, we want to know. We're very curious.
We are
cats.
curious.
I think this is helpful to me. I'm not sure how the leadership one plays in, but definitely the hardship one.
Maybe it's something to come.
Yeah, maybe.
This upcoming.
What about you? Does this hit for you at all? I mean, I did pull them.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I guess both endurance and leadership.
Yeah.
Actually,
being a human is
being
hard.
a human is hard.
Having a full-time job is hard.
Having a full-time job is hard. But I definitely feel like it wasn't specifically a message for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear some ghost stories?
Ooh. Should we go back, forth?
Yeah.
Okay. I had this open and then I closed it like the dingus that I am.
Oh, and look at this background Kylie made, everyone.
Yay!
If you're watching on the YouTube, you can see our new background in our new studio in my new house.
Ooh.
My new old house.
New old house.
My new to me house that was built in 1920.
Okay.
Here we go.
Paranormal activity in a new house. This was by Galthica.
I like that.
On the Reddit. Hi, everyone. 2 years ago, I moved into my new home with my dad, mom, and younger sister. The first week, we experienced many things that I'd like to share and get opinions on. 1. When we first went upstairs, there was a brand new toilet paper holder still in its package in the washroom. The holder would play Christmas carols when you turned it. So when you pulled the toilet paper to rip, Christmas carols would play.
No!
I thought it was cute and set it up in the washroom my sister and I used.
Like hell on earth. Sorry.
You're just taking a dookie and you are
Have
wiping your butt and it's like jingle bells. I thought it was cute and I set it up in the washroom my sister and I used. The whole day the music did not work when we used the washroom, so we assumed it was dead. At around 3 a.m. I said that weird.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Will I am. At 3 a.m., ironically, my sister and I were sitting in my room and on video call with my buddy. For context, our washroom is right next to my room. Attached. Suddenly, we start hearing jingle bells playing. The three of us went silent. Nobody was in the washroom. My parents were asleep and snoring, and my sister and I were together. It stops, and we calm down a bit, but immediately starts playing again.
Absolutely, that's hilarious.
At this point, my buddy is freaked out and begs me to go check it out. Being the older sister, I didn't have much choice.
Yeah.
I go into the washroom and the carol stops. I remove the toilet paper holder, break it in half, and throw it outside in the garbage bin. She was over it. She was
like, I'm not here for this.
The next day, I went down to the basement to find the toilet paper holder in the middle of the living room. Just there, fully intact. I broke it again and threw it out, never to be seen again. How funny would it be if the mom bought a new one and she's like, it's the same one?
I mean, would I do that to my children? Yes. I'm also just to be a shit. What if she dreamt that she got up and broke it?
Oh, but she didn't.
Yeah. But then why was it in the middle of the living room? Yeah. Yeah, this is some weird shit. I just think it was funny. I said jingle bells. I did not know that's what it was legit
jingle
playing.
bells?
I didn't read it.
The go-to Christmas carol for toilet paper holders. Maybe the ghost was just taking a dump.
Ghosts have to wipe too, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
If a ghost can shit, it's got to
I
wipe.
hope I don't have to use the toilet when I'm
That's
a
like
ghost.
one of the best things about being dead is like I don't have to poop anymore. I hate pooping.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's like the bane of my existence.
A nightmare.
It literally is a nightmare.
Ugh.
To me.
It's not great.
No, I
It's
hate
not
it.
great. Another incident that happened the day after the toilet paper holder.
Oh, the day after.
I was sitting in my room and heard a loud bang outside the door. I assumed my sister was putting something up in her room, which is right next to mine, and I ignored it. Then I heard 2 more bangs and got annoyed and went into her room to yell at her. I asked, "What the hell are you making so much noise for?" And she looked at me confused. She says, "I thought that was you." Once again, my parents were both asleep, and we double-checked to make sure they were. The night after, I was in the washroom, and I heard someone come out of the room, shut the door, go downstairs, open and close cupboards, and come back up and go into a room. I was curious as to who it was, because it was 1 a.m. and only my sister and I were awake, but the footsteps were much lighter than hers. Once I was done, I went into a room to ask her what she went down to get, and once again she says, "I thought that was you." Now, this story is the last incident and by far the most horrifying. My sister and I went upstairs to grab something from her room. We were in her room for about 5 seconds max. When we came back, there were 2 handprints on the wall. Black handprints bigger than both ours, our moms, and smaller than my dad's. We asked our parents, and they have no idea where it came from. These handprints were not there 5 seconds before we had come upstairs. They appeared within the 5 seconds we were in her room. We called our cousins on video call to show them, and my sister went ahead and touched the handprints. Nothing. I went to touch the handprints, and black ink smudged all over my hands. Nothing on the wall, but black ink all over my hand. Ooh.
But not her sister?
Not her sisters.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It's attached to you, girl.
Ooh,
Sorry
maybe,
about
maybe,
it.
maybe. Maybe because she's the one that went in to investigate the toilet paper. I had 3 people watching this happen. My sister, cousin, and his girlfriend. I went to wash my hands and came back and touched the prints. Nothing. So it only smudged
The one
time. I'm not too worried about incidents 1 through 3, but the last one still worries me a bit. Why did the ink smudge on my hand? Is it an omen? It happened about 2 years ago, and I still think of it to this day. Huh. I think it was messing with you.
I think it was messing
I
with
think
you,
it was
too.
messing with you. Especially where it was that, like, those 4 isolated incidents. I think it was a passer-througher, and I think it was messing with you.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just going to fuck around, and you can find out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just dip.
Yep.
That's funny.
That is. Those are good stories, though.
Yeah, if I were young, that would totally freak my shit out.
Yeah.
I would be breaking that Jingle Bells bullshit.
Yeah, if I was a kid, I definitely would be like, ah!
Yep.
Or no!
Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Should I read that? I don't know.
Nah.
Okay. So this is also from the Reddit from Romany Quirios. Actually, amazingly, I actually have something to contribute for once. So this was in a thread about can new houses be haunted? And we're like, absolutely, yes, they can. But people don't think that. They're like, but it's new and no one's died here. And we're like, it doesn't matter.
Actually,
spirit can go where spirit wants to go.
Yeah.
Okay. My father's house was built in 1997 specifically for my parents.
That's the year I was born.
Oh, it's the best year.
Yes, it is.
The only people who have ever lived in the house are me and immediate family, and nobody has ever died in it. The obligatory no one has ever died in it. As far as I'm aware. The land it's built on is not cursed in little quotation marks in any way, and the neighborhood as a whole began construction in the mid-'80s. I'm a person of science and believe that most things can be explained by logic, but also that energy cannot be created or destroyed, and it must go somewhere. My mom's mom passed away 2 years before I was born, so I never met her. my parents have a video of me when I was 1 year old, pointing to and waving at a corner in the kitchen for several minutes in a row, occasionally trying to say something to whoever or whatever it was. My mom swears to God that when I was 2, she watched one of my stuffed animals get playfully tossed at me from nowhere.
Ooh.
That's the part that made me want to read this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who's had a fucking spatula fly off of a stove and land in the middle of the room, like, stuff like that is wild.
Yeah.
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 Okay, at 3 years old, my mom walked into my room to find me with my closet open, me facing into the closet, and a board game between me and the closet. I was actively playing a move as she walked in. When she asked what I was doing, I told her, playing with Nona. That's what we called my mom's mom. And when she looked at me, oh, sorry. And when she asked me what Nona looked like, I described her perfectly, despite never having seen her, an image of her. So by the time I was 4, my parents had gotten separated and divorced. So my mom was no longer living in the house with us and doesn't have many other stories from her perspective. However, my dad, excuse me, who is a skeptic but is spiritual, told me about something that happened when I was 7 that I have no memory of for some reason. He swears he saw me swinging on the swing set by myself, but that the swing next to me was swinging too, despite there being no wind.
Ooh.
As mentioned, I don't recall this incident, so I don't know if it's possible that I was simply playing with the extra swing myself and my dad didn't see me messing with it. Or it was Ghost Grandma.
Or it was Ghost Grandma.
Nona.
Nona.
Nona, my Nona. That's cute.
That is cute. That is
I
cute.
always wonder what my grandma name is going to be. And, like, do I have to come up with it, or do the kids, like, we just let them do it?
Shandma. No,
No,
absolutely
if I'm
not.
going to be like my kids' grandma is Nana, and mom is Mama. For some reason, she chose that. Did you know that? Do you remember that? Okay. Oh,
I always just thought it was Grandma.
no. Like, your mom.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Papa and Mama.
Papa
That's what
and
she
Mama.
wanted.
Okie doke.
All right, this is your turn now.
Okay. We bought a new house in 2018, and I'm pretty sure it's haunted. How? We'll tell you. Ghosts can go wherever they want.
Bye, deleted.
Bye, deleted. Hi, our paranormal. I hope this is a good spot for my story. I'm seeking help. And there is a TLDR at the bottom. Don't worry, we're going to read the whole thing.
We want all the tea.
I lived in the the Midwest from 2000 to 2010, and I lived in a haunted house for a few years when I was 10 to 16. 2 months prior to us moving in, the little boy who lived there in the house was killed, and he haunted the house when we lived there. He was generally good and actually did nice things such as open doors for the cat, adjust the thermostat, and others. For example, I was very suicidal once around age 14, and a police officer just randomly showed up at the front door. He said he needed to stop his patrolling. Oh my God, I can't read. Patrolling because he felt a strong urge to stop at our house for some reason. I fully believe it was the spirit of the kid who lived there before us. I love sharing my experience with people, but that's not my main focus today.
That is wild. Like, what officer just randomly shows up?
Yeah.
Like, I just had a feeling.
Something.
Oof.
I went to college, moved around a bit, married my husband, who also has his own haunting experiences. And in 2018, we built and moved into a new construction home. For the first 8 months or so, everything has been running smoothly. However, we have some battery-powered lights under the cabinet installed, and one evening, we kept hearing popping coming from the kitchen. We went in to investigate, and it was coming from one of the lights. Every battery had exploded and was leaking outside the device, despite it not having been used for weeks.
That is wild. I do not enjoy that for them.
That's
really rude.
Don't break my stuff.
Yeah.
Don't break my stuff.
Don't explode batteries. Do you know how...
Batteries are expensive.
Yeah, and the acid in them is
Not good. Several weeks later, a bag of dog food on the counter just under the cabinet where the lights malfunctioned tipped over directly into the dog food bowl. There were 6 pieces of kibble in the bowl. The number 6 has always felt like a lucky number to me. One afternoon last week, my husband and I were arguing about the health of our dog. She is nearly 14 and has been losing weight, not eating, and otherwise just laying around pretty lethargic.
Poor baby.
He doesn't feel like it's time to put her down, but I as a nurse know what end of life is like and how people can be when they're in denial about their loved one's conditions. I told him, I think it's time to talk to the vet and figure out our options. I don't want her to suffer. She was laying on the kitchen floor in the general vicinity of the counter where these other things had happened. I got down on the floor and laid next to her and clear as day heard my husband whisper, "You're lying." She abruptly jumped up and started barking, pulled her tail between her legs, and ran off.
Ooh, it's a mimic.
It's a mimic.
Ew.
Ooh, and why is it saying you're lying?
Because maybe that's what he was thinking in his head.
Ooh, trying to stir some shit.
A shit stir.
A shit stir. She hasn't had any energy lately and doesn't move quickly. I turned around and my husband was nowhere to be seen. In fact, he was still in the bedroom where I had left him after our argument. He adamantly refused that he was in the kitchen or called me a liar. Our dog has seldom been in the kitchen since. Well, and why would the dog run from
your husband?
Yeah.
No, that was not your husband. Definitely not. And even if he did, like, want you to not be telling the truth about stages of end of life and what happens.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want that because he loves the dog. Like, he's not going to be like, "You're a liar. You're a liar."
And whisper it in your ear while you're laying on the floor.
Especially, like, he's not, like, looming over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a shit stirrer.
I've done some Googling and found some tarot stuff about the number 6, meaning use of intuition to solve a problem and seeking balance in the home. I don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but I did find it odd that there were 6 pieces of dog food in the bowl, and I've always felt like the number 6 pops up in my life. Homie.
Girl.
Finally, our Alexa has been acting a damn fool and appears to be haunted or hacked. I unplugged her and she started playing some classical music despite having no power. You can't hack something that's not plugged in. Like, it won't.
If it's connected to your internet and someone has hacked your internet.
Yeah, but if it's unplugged, so it doesn't have power.
That's true. Okay. I don't have any answers.
I don't know. I'm also not a tech person, so maybe you can do that.
I don't know. I have no idea. But no, because when our Dot, well, I don't have it anymore, Peter's Echo Dot, when it's not plugged in, it doesn't work. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've never had an Alexa, but
yeah, it's unplugged. It works the same. They're basically they're the same.
So yeah, it should not be playing classical music.
It should not be playing classical music.
Uncle Nathan, turn off the classical music.
Stop watching Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have a spirit in a brand new house? Yes.
Very much so.
Prior to this house being built, the land was just a rolling pasture. In fact, the farmhouse is just a few blocks away. They sold a portion of their land for a pretty penny. Has the spirit followed me from 15 years ago? No, I don't think so. I think this is something else.
This is something else.
Normally, I wouldn't chalk these up to anything, but the location in our home has me a little worried. Also, it seems a little more evil than the spirit of the boy in the first house. It's not. It's not the spirit.
It's just a prankster.
It's just a shit-stirring mimic.
Prankster.
Yeah. Little shit. TLDR. Lived in a haunted house where a kid died, but now I live in a brand new house, and my husband, our dog, and I have been experiencing some hauntings, specifically in the kitchen area. Okay.
Right. That was a good one.
Thank you for your service.
What is this? Chasey and Kylee are going to come down.
Slay.
I bought a new Thermapen from Chasey. It's called the Sizzle. I got the red one.
Oh,
I know. It's exciting.
the sizzle.
Everyone be excited for me.
I'm so excited
And
for
me
you.
not killing people with undercooked chicken because I have a food thermometer coming my way.
Yippee!
Whee! All right. This is from the Reddit, and it's from Linda Flies 777.
Ooh,
Okay.
Linda, how'd
Is
you
a
get so
777
fly?
like
It's an
a
angel
Boeing
number.
But
I don't
it's
know.
like a plane, I think.
Probably.
She's flying with angels and airplanes.
Slay.
How exciting for
Slay.
Linda. All right. Yes. Oh, because it's asking if a new house can be haunted.
Yes.
Yes. It happened to my nephew, Michael, and his wife, Rachel. Oh, those are some names. Okay. That are weird that they're coming up. Okay. They had a new
Interesting.
home. Well, that's her name is Rachel. And my last name is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they had a new home built on some land they bought out in the country. Oh, how nice. It started out of the blue one day while they were both at work. They're very young, no children yet. Their neighbor noticed that their garage door was opening and closing by itself all day.
Ooh.
I don't love that. Then Rachel got home one night before Michael. She noticed all 8 of their heavy oak dining chairs are missing.
What? Okay, you got robbed, brother.
Yeah, someone hacked your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. She found them all stacked up on top of themselves in the master bedroom.
Okay, you didn't get robbed.
Or they were plotting to rob and you got home and surprised them.
Ooh.
This could be ghosts. This could be intruders. Undecided.
We'll get there. We'll see.
We'll see. So these heavy dining chairs are in the master bathroom.
Oh.
8. That is a huge ass master bathroom, girl.
Yeah.
8 huge.
Well, if they're stacked.
I know, but still, like, how many, like.
That's a big
bathroom.
bathroom.
Because I think about my bathroom, I'm like.
It's a baby bathroom.
Yeah.
You ain't getting 8 chairs in there.
No. At times, you could feel someone sit next to you. Oh, that's always cool. Sitting on the couch, you could feel when someone would rest their hands or arms behind you on the couch. Once, while Rachel was showering, she could see a male figure in the steamy mirror.
Ooh.
She assumed it was Michael. So when she got out and asked him why he didn't answer her, my nephew had just stepped in the house from work right as she came out, so it wasn't him. You have a sexy man ghost. Once in a while, an article of his clothing would vanish. Around Christmas time, Rachel woke up to 3 people talking about trimming the tree and what to wear. It was creepy because you always felt like you were being watched. They stayed there for 4 years, then sold it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's weird. Like, she wakes up and hearing people talking and she's like alone.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the Christmas tree.
Christmas. Yeah.
Ooh.
Those had a theme kind of with the Christmas and the farmhouses. Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Well,
that was
it.
Good soup. Oh, we had a ghost update that actually happened like just before we came in here.
Oh yeah.
So we came in here and the lights were off and we could see that one of these candles, this one, was on, and we had just been up here and they were both off because we were giving a tour to the youngest sibling.
Yes.
Hello.
The youngest sibling is here watching us because she wanted to see my new house. So she finally got to come see it. I'm so excited.
So yeah. Also, it will be our 100th episode on next Wednesday. So you should tune in. LOL.
Yeah, comment, like, subscribe,
smash that like button.
And go rate and review some of your other favorite podcasts. It really helps people out. And even if it doesn't help boost them in the algorithm, like letting people know that you appreciate what they're doing is so nice, because a lot of times we feel like we're just screaming into the void.
But we do it for the love of it.
Yes, because this is fun.
This is fun.
It's a good excuse to spend lots of time together.
And talk about ghosts.
And talk about my favorite special interest, besides Monster High Dolls.
Also, I have been creating, I was going to say this and actually tell you about this, but I forgot until just now. But I want to get it out on the podcast too,
Nice.
so people can prepare.
Oh.
I'm making like a 30-day deity challenge. Mine specifically is going to be targeted at Hecate, but I'm going to make it so that like whoever is doing it can do it with whatever deity they work with. And I will be sharing those on the TikTok and the Instagram, which we have Seance with My Siblings. But if you want like a more in-depth, like actually me doing those things, you can watch it on our Patreon.
Ooh, Kylee.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
So
I'm so excited.
So do that.
Yeah, do that.
And you can also send us your ghost stories to seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com and our other things.
Yeah. How do you find us on Patreon, Kylee?
Patreon/seancewithmysiblings.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. You can also find it in our link tree, which is connected to our TikTok and our Instagram and our website.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's it. Actually, that's it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yay.
It'll be good. It'll be good. And yeah.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for all your support and listening, and we appreciate it. And thank you. And have a good day. Take your meds, drink water, touch some grass.
Yes.
We'll talk at you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
With our actual Hundi episode.
Yeah.
The real thing. Crag.